Good day, here are the top stories from the Philippine News Agency. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has signed into law a measure designed to level the playing field for local digital service providers. The law imposes a 12% value-added tax or VAT on foreign platforms like Netflix, Disney, and HBO. The newly signed Republic Act 12023 is expected to generate 105 billion pesos in additional government revenue over the next 5 years. This funding could be used to build 42 classrooms, over 6,000 rural health units, and 7,000 kilometers of farm-to-market roads. The law also allocates 5% of the collected revenue to the country's creative industry, benefiting Filipino artists, filmmakers, and musicians. In his message, President Marcos stressed that foreign companies profiting from the country's digital economy should contribute to its growth. Meanwhile, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian explains that this does not mean a new tax. He says the law simply ensures proper tax collection from foreign digital service providers. Still an update from the palace, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has issued a strong directive to fast-track the restoration of water and electricity in Marawi City. This is a president emphasizing the urgency of accelerating the rehabilitation efforts in the war-torn city. During a sectoral meeting at Malacanang Palace, Marcos directed Marawi Rehabilitation Secretary Nasser Pangadaman Sr. to intensify efforts focusing on restoring key services such as electricity, water, and housing. The president stressed that with the issuance of the Administrative Order 14, series of 2023, a more coordinated and systematic approach is now in place to drive the city's recovery. Meanwhile, the local water utilities administration has committed to completing the bulk water supply project by the end of 2024. Marcos also directed that temporary land use agreements be negotiated with private landowners to house displaced residents until permanent shelters are built. Lanao del Sur Representative Zia Alonto Adyong, who chairs the House ADA Committee on Marawi Rehabilitation, welcomed the President's directive. He said the President's decisive action not only addresses a long-standing concern, but also reassures the people of Marawi that their needs are being recognized and addressed by the government. Filipinos approve of the administration's Rise for All program, the most among the government's initiatives, according to the political consultancy firm Publicus Asia. In the recent Payag survey held from September 15 to 19, 82% of the respondents approved of the launch of the Rice for All program, which aims to sell cheaper rice for the general public. Under the program, consumers can buy mixed, local, and imported commercial well-milled rice at 45 pesos per kilogram. The Rice for All program is in line with the vision of the President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to ensure that Filipinos have access to affordable food, particularly rice. The program was rolled out alongside the DA's 29 peso program, where aging but good quality NFA rice is sold at 29 pesos per kilogram to vulnerable sectors such as senior citizens, solo parents, and persons with disabilities and beneficiaries of the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program of 4Ps. The Pahayag survey also showed 82% approved the arrest and repatriation of dismissed Bamban Mayor Alice Guo. 79% supported Marcos' proposed ban on the Philippine offshore gaming operators. Meanwhile, the survey named corruption as the number one problem that Filipinos believe to be the government's most pressing issue. Inflation ranks at a close second at 15%, followed by the economy at 12% and poverty at 11%. In other news, the Department of Health has joined forces with Japan, South Korea, the United States to strengthen the provision of healthcare services in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The DOH signed a memorandum of cooperation between the U.S. Agency for International Development, Korea International Cooperation Agency, and Japan International Cooperation Agency last September 27. The trilateral partnership allows for effective collaboration in improving healthcare in BARMM from September 2024 until 2030. It also aims to strengthen the key pillars of health in the region, such as service delivery, healthcare financing, governance, and regulation. The Bangsamoro region previously showcased the strength of cooperation in the face of the public health challenges during the region-wide measles outbreak in March. From April to May this year, the DOH and its partners successfully vaccinated over 1.2 million children against measles through its non-selective measles outbreak response immunization program. The government is working quickly to release cash aid worth over 100 million pesos for families affected by Super Typhoon Julian. House Speaker Martin Romualdez has requested 10 million pesos under the DSWD Ayuda sa Kapos ang Kita program for each of the 10 congressional districts hard hit by Julian. The Speaker Office and Tingog party lists have also mobilized 25 million pesos worth of relief goods. DSWD spokesperson Irene Doblao said they have asked field offices and affected local government units to step up disaster response and relief efforts. She said the DSWD has provided nearly 1 million pesos worth of humanitarian assistance in the Ilocos region, Cagayan Valley, and the Cordillera Administrative Region. They also prepositioned over 255,000 family food packs days before the typhoon hit the northern Luzon. The typhoon continues to affect the country's northernmost part as it moves north-northeastward slowly towards Taiwan. Pag-asa says Julian was spotted 265 kilometers west-northwest of Itbayat, Batanes, or outside the Philippine area of responsibility, with winds of up to 165 kilometers per hour and gusts of up to 205 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is hoisted over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, the northern and western portion of Ilocos Norte, and the northwestern portion of mainland Cagayan. Batanes, Cagayan, Apayao, Kalinga, Abra Mountain Province, Ilocos Norte, and Ilocos Sur will experience rains with gusty winds due to Julian. And that's the latest and biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the official Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under the Pna News. It's 84 days before Christmas. I am Stephanie Civiliano. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories to unite the nation.